Can you hear me? Hello? Can we get the mic? Okay, there we go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Cocopah Education Awards Ceremony. My name is Jen Alspaw, and I am the Cocopah Environmental Protection Office Director. It is my honor to be your MC for today's event. Thank you all for being here as we celebrate and recognize the hard work of the Cocopah students throughout this past school year. Without further delay, I would like to call up Mr. Joe Rodriguez to offer a blessing for today's event.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks, Jen. Could we all rise? If you're able to rise, stand up, please, just for reverence. Oh, just one. Hello?
Let me try this one.
All right. You heard everything I said already so far? Okay. Well, let's bow our heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this morning, Lord, just to acknowledge and to honor those that have worked hard, tirelessly, many hours of lost sleep, and those with just that have pushed and made great strides and efforts. And we want to be able to take this time to recognize them for all the hard work they put in. And we thank you for our young people, Lord, of all ages that have strived and those that have made their achievements and this past school year, and this is the time we honor them, and we know that it's good to honor one another and to show respect and to show how good a work they have done, and the acknowledgement is good for each and every one of us. We know that we have a growing family here, a growing tribe, and we want to see everyone achieve and reach their fullest potential, and that they can reach the very top and anything that they put their hearts and minds to. We just thank you for the time we have here. Blessings on the meal and watch over each and every one of us. And we thank you to fill us all this day. We pray this in your name, Jesus. Amen.
At this time, I'd like to call up the chairwoman of the Cocopah tribe, Ms. Sherry Cordova, for a welcoming address.
Good morning, everybody. A little bit of a small crowd this morning, but that's okay. Small crowd, that just means more fun for the rest of us that are here. We're here this morning to honor all of the students. All of our students that have made it through a year. They've completed and they're ready to go on to the next step. Today we're recognizing all of the students from kindergarten on up. So as we congratulate them, and as we recognize all that they've done, we must also recognize all of the families, mothers, the fathers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. It takes everyone. It's a joint effort to get everyone to accomplish what needs to be done. So every one of you also must be congratulated. To all our students, no matter what path you take, remember who you are. Remember where you came from. And that's going to make your future easy. That's going to make knowing where you're going easy if you always remember who you are and where you came from. We're in a time right now of many challenges. But at the same time, we're in a time of opportunity. Education today is way different than when many of us went to school. But the message is the same. The more you learn, the further you will go and the more prepared you will be. If you fail, don't get discouraged. Don't stop just because you failed. You keep on trying. Mistakes are going to be made. There will be mistakes, but that's okay. You learn from those mistakes. You use those mistakes. As I stand here today, I've made many mistakes in my life. One of them is that I wish I had gone further. And as I look out in this audience, I know it's the same for everyone out here. But in my life, I wish I had done many things different. And one of them is, I wish I would have had more education. But I made mistakes, and I had to make up for it. And to this day, I still try. And that's what we should do. Not be discouraged. Continue trying. As a tribe, we're here to provide you an opportunity to go further in your education. Whether you choose to do that, that's on each and every one of you. It's up to you to decide how far you want to go, what you want to get out of the education that you're given as you go into your new life. I was very happy to see we had some junior high graduates, high school graduates, and even college graduates. That's very encouraging for this tribe. We are proud of each and every one of these people, and we wish them well as they move on to the next phase of their life. As members of the Cocopah tribe, we must always look forward to the future. Every day is a new opportunity. Every day is a new challenge. But it is the future, and it comes. We cannot be content to be in the here and now. We cannot be content to be where we are. Every day changes the situation that we live in, and we too must be able to move forward and look toward the future. This morning, as we hear names of students that will be called up here to be recognized for their achievements and their awards, let's also remember there are many students that may not be called today, but they are just as important. Every student is important. Everyone that got up and went to school and gave effort, they are just as important. And that's what we need to remind ourselves and our students, our children. Everyone is important. So I know it's a little warm in here, so I'm going to cut this short. I just want to say welcome and congratulations again to each and every one of the students and to all the families. And I would like to acknowledge and thank the Cocopah Education Department. A round of applause, please. The Cocopah Education Board. And administration. I don't know if anybody from administration is here, but it takes everybody. Education wants to get something done, they got to go to the board's got to talk to administration. So just like everything else, not one person can get everything done. It takes a group of people to make things happen. And of course, as I've said before, to all of you, to all the family, thank you for being here to support your family, to support the students. And to the RV staff, a round of applause. Thank you for helping us set this up today. And to each and every one of you that had a hand in making this day happen, to Jennifer for emceeing, and all of the people that are going to be up here today, congratulations, and let's enjoy the rest of the morning. Thank you very much.
I would like to take this time now to recognize the dignitaries that are here today. From the Cocopah Tribal Council, we have Chairwoman Sherry Cordova, Vice Chairwoman Rosa Long, Council Member Neil White, Council Member Erwin Twist, and Council Member Winnie Ortega. From the Cocopah Education Board, we have Board Member Myrtle Davis, Board Member Lisa Esquera, and Board Member Mary Huck. And from our education staff, we have High School Advisor Twyla Buckley, High School Tutor Daniel Valenzuela, Primary Advisor Lulu Bueno, Primary Tutor Lucinda Phillips, Middle School Advisor Sarah Lynn Elias, Middle School Tutor Melanie Rodriguez, Truancy Officer Juan Bedoy, Secretary Laura Miranda, and Transporter Sylvia Massey. We are now going to take a short break for everyone to enjoy the food and drinks that we have available. And please, if we can have the elders and any with disabilities to go first. And we will start handing out the awards in about 30 minutes. In the meantime, there will be a slideshow which lists the names of students who will be receiving an award and in what category. And for those watching our live stream online, we will be continuing the stream with some updates on Cocopah projects. So if you are watching, please stay with us. And I will toss it over to Jonathan Athens to continue the live stream. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. I'm here with Joe Rodriguez, Museum Director. We've got a lot of things to share with you today. This event is about achievement and recognition. Cocopah students from kindergarten through college are being recognized for their academic excellence, for their perfect attendance record, for their participation in extracurricular activities, and sports. And today, for the next 30 minutes, we're going to talk about a lot of the projects that are going on. We've got a lot to share with you from the museum and from the Environmental Protection Office and everything in between. Joe, let's talk about the museum projects you got coming up.
Well, it's a long list, so we got different things going on. We're through grants and from the tribe as well, programs that we are excited that are still ongoing, but at the same time, we're near completion and some that'll continue on. But overall, we got a ton of things going on. It's kind of hard to list at the moment. My brain still early in the morning, but hey.
Why don't we start with the addition to the museum?
Yes,
expansion.
We got we have an expansion. We've built a whole new separate building, but it's going to be connected by sidewalk, of course. But that will be housing different items that normally we don't have on display right now in our exhibit that we have now. That room is primarily the history and the culture of the tribe, and that's kind of something that we want to keep going and keep always speaking about, because it's very important to us, and we want to always express that to all of our visitors that come out throughout the year, school children, our winter visitors, and those are the items that we want to be able to also reiterate about our culture and the history of our people for the last 3,000 years. So that's something we want to keep. But with the new building, that is going to be a place where we're going to be talking about different things. Maybe it's going to be about farming and music or sports or different aspects about the tribe that we'd be able to expand on that we haven't been able to do with the display we have now in our current exhibit. So we're just days away, if not a week or more. We got things that we still have to touch up on, where the AC is being connected, the floor work, some of the touch-up paintings, and just the little minute details, the last little pieces, and that's going to even come into a point of having a time capsule.
That's right. And this went pretty fast. The construction of this started when?
I believe late last year, early this year, but it did go fast, but it was a long time coming. We had some issues with delays in concrete, steel, prices had changed, so we had a big obstacle we had to go through, and some days didn't work because we didn't have the supply. So
backed up the supply chain for everybody.
Everybody was affected, and especially us, and so we were glad that things just like came in. Like, we need the storefronts, we need the ceiling, and we need a lot of aspects of it that were on back order. And so even with the delays, we were probably a few weeks off from the initial ETA, the estimated time of arrival or completion. And we're hitting the mark close. I think we passed it up by a few weeks, but we're making it. We're pretty close to it. So, but at the same time, we gotta prepare for everybody to look at. So it's a few things on the board. We're marking off the checklist. So we're getting it to the place to where we want to be able to have our grand opening and invite everybody to come out and see.
And there's some unique aspects to this, one of which is the ceiling. When you walk inside, the entire ceiling is made of
willow bark,
and it's amazing, and it has that aroma.
Oh, yes.
Like it's fresh. And where was that manufactured? They've assembled that somewhere else?
I believe it was Northern California, and there was a delay on that because it had to be grown.
Yeah.
It had to be grown. So these are actual willow branches, and you go inside, and the texture of the ceiling is just awesome looking.
It's amazing.
And of course the smell, should last quite a few years. But maybe science and one of the perfume manufacturers are going to make the willow branch smell, and we can keep it going. But it's awesome to look at, and we're just looking at what kind of challenge we're going to have cleaning this.
And right now you're working on 2 time capsules.
Yes.
That are going to go in the ground, in the concrete as you walk in. We took some pictures of that receptacle, where those time capsules are going to go.
Yes.
And you were showing them to me the other day. We took some pictures, and they're actually going to be sealed. They've
Yes,
actually got a
tight.
gasket and a tight seal to protect it
From the elements. Yes.
So what kind of items are we looking at right now?
Right now we're looking at things that are pertinent today, maybe a clipping from our newspaper on the date that we will seal it, because it will be sealed in concrete. The time capsules are small canisters, 11 by 7, and they will be sealed tight, so nothing will get in there, air, water, anything. So it'll be tight seal on it, but we'll be putting in items that like brochures and anything that pertains to the tribe today, because it is a time capsule, and it's going to, so when we do plan on opening it down the road, we're looking at maybe about 50 years. When we crack it open and we open it up, it'll be items from today, which today's today, it's current, but in 50 years, it's going to be, antique.
Yeah, they'll get to see newspaper clippings. 50 years from now, I don't think there's going to be newspapers.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a brilliant
how that works, yeah.
And also, there's been other construction, I believe.
Outside, yeah.
That's right. The traditional home, Cocopah Elder
Yeah.
Marlowe is building that right now.
Yeah, Mr. Marlowe Barley, diligent, hardest worker on the whole reservation today. He's been out there in the heat, in the humidity, working hard on it, and he gets a crew every other week or so, but he's out there diligently working hard on getting a traditional home. We had to take down the old one because of where the location, and a lot of the wood was just getting not stable, and so we had to sadly remove it. And a lot of people are just concerned that, hey, where's the traditional home? We came here to see the traditional home. I said, well, hang on, we're building it. We're gonna have it built. And so I contacted him, and he came out, and within a matter of days, he had his little crew, and boom, we had the frame going up. Now it's getting thatched, and the sides are getting covered, but he's been working on it hard, and it's starting to look like a traditional home, and we're excited about that. So by at least less than a month, I should be complete.
That was nice, less than a month.
Yeah.
But it's been a long haul, and anything worth doing is worth doing right, and it's worth taking your time to
Yes,
do it. And we have
definitely.
some projects that our Environmental Protection Office has spearheaded. Jen Olspa joins us live. She's the MC for today's event, but she's also our EPO director. And Jen, one of the most ambitious projects was working on the North Reservation for the trail and the labyrinth and the plaza. Let's talk about that. That was 2 years in the making.
Yes, this was a 2-year project that we started in 2021. It took quite a lot of effort. Our first phase was clearing out about 7 acres of invasive vegetation this is on the Cocopah North Riverbank. And the next phase was installing a drip irrigation system. So we laid down actually over 4,000 feet of irrigation line. And then we planted over 1,000 native trees and shrubs. a lot of cottonwoods, a lot of mesquites, and willows as well, some other native shrubs too. And that was about 1 year ago. We finished that in June of 2022. And then earlier this year, we finished the 1 mile walking trail. And so now we have that for all of the community to enjoy. And we have a couple of meditation spaces within the restoration area. One of them is a small labyrinth just to promote meditation and enjoyment of the whole area.
And as a matter of note, if you want to take a look at that process every step of the way, we produced a 4-part video series called Transformation of the Land, Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can find that on Cocopah now on our YouTube channel. You can also find it on Facebook. And with regard to podcasts, you can also find it on Stitcher, SoundCloud, and all major platforms. And if you want to keep up with Cocopah news and events, just head over to cocopah.com. That's our main website. In the upper right-hand corner is a tab called Newsletter. Go ahead and click on that tab and you can sign up for our free monthly electronic newsletter. We promise we do not and will not share your contact information with anyone else. And going back to the work, Jen, I know that this was a 2-year project, and you yourself were very inspired by this. And there were times that we talked where you went out there on your own time on the weekends just to survey the area and just get a sense of what it's like. There's a tranquility to it. And let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, there is. It's really neat to experience the area myself. I think it's really beautiful, especially at sunset. There's a really nice view of the sunset, and it's just so nice and peaceful out in this area. I've always thought it was a special place, and it's really neat to see it completed and starting to see the trees grow. You know, some of them are already 7, 8 feet tall at this point, so it's nice to see that growth from the past year and just look forward to continuing to see them grow and see the wildlife come back to this area. And it's really neat, especially you know, remembering what the area looked like just 2 years ago. You know, we were coming up with the designs, what we wanted the area to look like, and sometimes it was difficult to imagine, you know, what the place could become, because we had been used to just, you know, the Phragmites weeds in the area. And so, yeah, seeing that whole process, coming up with the design and slowly seeing everything to come together has been really awesome to be a part of and to witness.
It was very, very fitting that the ribbon cutting for that event was on Earth Day. It was remember how that day was?
Coincidence?
It was,
No?
it was great.
Awesome.
The turnout
yeah,
was incredible. We had turnout from tribal members. We had it from the RV community.
Yes.
And how many people would you say were there?
We had probably 200 or
200
more
It was a
people.
big crowd.
It was a big crowd, definitely.
Yes.
And also, it was the time of it was perfect. It had activities for children. You catered a lot of food in there for that
Yes,
event.
we got it catered by Neaters, so everyone seemed to enjoy the food and the activities. We invited all of our environmental partners from U of A, NAU. We had quite a lot of partners come and just offer activities for all of the participants. So it was such a great day, and yeah, it was really neat to see everyone enjoy the area.
And it definitely was a lot of fun. And there's also other projects that we continued with. It didn't stop there. And we're going to talk more about that because it was not that long afterwards that we needed to call in the Marines to help out with a soil erosion project. And Jen and one of those Marines, Corporal Wallander, was featured on the Today in Yuma show talking about this effort to shore up 500 feet of land along the Colorado River.
Yeah.
It's critical that this is done, but it's also great to see these partnerships. And
Definitely.
those partnerships are everything. Cocopah is a great community partner. And that's how things get done. It's not just one group of people doing it because we had
sharing the load.
Yeah, exactly. Katina Foundation, Yuma Heritage National Crossing Area. We also had Fred Phillips part of that. So it's a combined effort to get these things done and move forward. And now let's go ahead and switch gears and talk more about education and today's event. Joining us, Education Coordinator Winnie Ortega is with us live now to talk about today's events. Winnie.
Hi, everyone. Today's event is our Education Awards ceremony. It's our 25th annual. And what the tribe has done is recognize our students that are kindergarten through 12th grade. honor roll, good attendance, perfect attendance, students that are involved in school, in the band, or got principals awards, sports awards, involved in different sports, athletics. We have basketball players, football players, wrestlers here. And so they're very much involved in school and get recognized each year as long as they're participating. And so I have all my staff here. The education department worked really hard to put this event together. And so far, I believe we have over 130 awards to be given out.
Wow.
So it's very big for us, and we're just excited to see this day come together with all the help from all of the departments. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's one of our bigger events for the year. Of course, graduations are always big, that happen in May. So you'll see our high school graduates and of course our college graduates, and middle school, those who got promoted from 6th grade onto middle school and kindergarten even. So they're very cute and very excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think just seeing everyone here, it's always fun for me to get to interact with the community and just to see everyone and get to be here to celebrate all of their hard work. Sometimes you see the students out at our outreach events, and it's just nice to get to know what else they are up to.
And we just learned something about this event. I didn't realize it was a pet-friendly event. But we heard some four-legged furry friend out there chiming in on today's event. So is this a new thing?
Well, I think it's, I think this facility is a pet-friendly facility.
Okay, well that's good. And everybody here is pet-friendly,
Yeah.
obviously. So, but also with continuing with education, Jen, you were the keynote speaker for your alma mater, Yuma Catholic High School, a few months ago. And that's quite an achievement to be asked to be a speaker for that. Tell us about what that experience was like, and what was the substance of your commencement speech to the class?
Yes, that was a really big honor to be asked by my high school, Yuma Catholic High School. They look for an alumni that graduated 10 years ago to be the speaker, so I graduated in 2013. And yeah, it was such an honor. I tried to share just some things that, I've learned in my past few years. Actually, one of my points was kind of to form some kind of motto or just words that you want to live by, and I compare that to getting a tattoo. So just like we have, words that mean a lot to us, inscribed on our skin, we can actually have those like inscribed in our hearts and just go about life trying to live by those words. So yeah, it was just a great experience, and very happy and honored that I was asked to do that.
Well, Joe, you came up with a whole new motto when we were testing this equipment the other day, and I think it's the J Club or the J Crew. You want to talk about how you came up with that?
Yeah, actually, it was actually the first day that we came out. Was it Monday? I forget. We came out, and then I just noticed something, and I said, "Oh, we're all have J's." So it was Jonathan, Juana, Jen, Joe, Jose, and then of course we met up with the manager for the RV, Joey. So J. So now we're going to just call each other J.
So we had what, 5 J's in this?
At least 5 to 6 J's, and so.
So Jose, why don't you get
Jay.
in? Okay, why don't you hop in and say hi to everybody? Hi. On that mic, on that camera over there. It's still on our camera. All right. Go switch over behind Wendy so that we can say hi to everybody.
Hey guys. Just
Jay.
want to say hi.
Jay.
It's Jay.
J, and J. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel out of place. I'm a W.
You're the only special one.
So with that and moving forward, Winnie, what do you see with the changes coming forward in education? I know that everyone had a difficult time over the last 2 or 3 years, but now everything's making a comeback. Where do you see the direction going, and what do you hope to see moving forward?
There's still a transition going on with our kids, and so that's what makes today so important is those that, even with all the changes that's happened, that they've succeeded and they've done so well, so that we can recognize them today. So it's been it's been a process with our kids, and our staff is always willing to communicate with our families to make sure that they stay on a certain path with our kids. We really want them to finish school and do well. We have a lot of opportunities here with the tribe to go to college, and then also as employment. We see that with employment. I see that there's so much more specific job details that are needed instead of like a general person. So, even though we've graduated from high school, we need specific training to do certain jobs. And so that's a part of our world today and what's going on. And so we want to better prepare our kids to do that. And so one of the schools that really does do that, and along with Yuma County, is our Yuma Union High School districts. They really have